So Dell is one of the most inspirational, heartwarming documentaries or films basically I've ever watched. So let's talk about it.
A mechanic is somebody who can fix something. An auto mechanic fixes a car, a body mechanic is a professional killer. I'm a card mechanic, I can fix a card game.
Dell is a documentary currently showing on Hulu about a card magician who is renowned as one of the best in the world. And basically, he accomplished this and he's completely legally blind. And when I read the description, I'm like, that's kind of insane. Like, there has to be some shtick to it. And I'm like, no, this dude is legitimately 100% blind. And he's one of the best card based magicians on the planet. And it literally starts, the docu starts with him doing a card trick. And I'm like, that's insane. And I love magic. I've always been fascinated by magic, and it's funny that I my two biggest loves are movies and magic because it's like movie magic. It's kind of ironic, but yeah, this documentary blew me away because especially Richard Turner himself is such an inspiration because he breaks down like how when he started doing these tricks, like newspapers and like TV hosts would like point out that he's blind, and he kept telling them like, I don't want to be known as like the blind magic guy, the blind card trick. And he breaks down like he turned down like the biggest TV station in the world because they wanted him to walk out with a cane to show that he's blind, and he's like, I'm just like all of you. There's no reason for me or for you guys like point out that I can't see. Like, I'm just like you guys. I'm nothing special. It's just me and how I live. And I'm like, that is like the most inspirational shit ever. And it goes into like him and other disabled people basically, and he breaks down, it's like, I don't want to be called handicapped. This isn't negative to me. I turn this into something good. And I'm like, this is making me tear up, man. Like, this stuff is like right in the chest. This is like breaking down deep to me. And it interviews his family. It follows basically them with his wife, his son, his sister, and his sister is also blind. And she sees, that kind of sounds insensitive, but she comprehends her blindness and the way she handles the world completely different from him. And it also shows the perspective that people with disabilities don't always view things the same way. And it's really eye opening too, because everyone always says like, oh, if like you were blind, how would you handle this? And or if like this happened, how would you react to this? And it's like these people are turning something negative and twisting it into something good. And I always thought that's what the world needed more of. I always knew like if people took the bad times and made it into something positive, because you can find the good in literally anything almost, um that the world would be a brighter place. And I think more people should watch this documentary because it opened up my eyes to a few things. And it's basically saying like, just be you and things will be all right. Like, don't point out your flaws, don't let people point out your flaws. Just be you, do what you love, and the world will work itself out. And the docu interviews other people in the magic community, and they just discuss how this man pretty much opened the floodgates for disabled people, not just in magic, but in various other things. And like I said, this is like the most heartwarming, inspirational thing I've watched in a long, long time. And it made me realize some things about myself, which was pretty awesome. And this is just one of those documentaries that there are some sad moments, Like, of course, with his illness and all that, like, you're going to get those sad moments. But when you hear him speak, and you hear him speak that, like, look, I've accomplished all these things with what I'm going through. Like, what's stopping you from doing what you want to do, you know? And sure, you could say, like, money and, like, fame and all that stuff, but it's like, you can still be you and still do what you want and still be fine even with negatives. Like, no one's perfect, no one has a perfect life, and it's like, wow. Oh, and it breaks down his like training and stuff. It's insane how much he practices all his like magic. He doesn't call it magic tricks because like he breaks down that there's up close magic, far away magic, wide magic, card magic, all that, all different variations of magic, and that was pretty cool. But his card tricks, it shows him like practicing and how he goes about his daily life, like practicing card tricks. And his wife breaks down that no matter what they're doing, he has a deck of cards near him at all times, even in bed. And it's a really funny story. And his wife is awesome. God bless her in this. She seems like a super down to earth, chill person. His home life in a small aspect, so you can understand better what not he's going through, but the people surrounding him is also going through, especially when he has this level of fame and all that jazz. Like I said, really good stuff. It's only an hour and a half, so it's not super long. It's not preachy by any means. It doesn't force feed you stuff. It's just, here's this man, his family, his friends, his peers, on this, no pun intended, on this magical journey to get to where he is. And it's like, this is a 62-year-old man who is blind, who is one of the best card magic people on the entire planet. Wild. Completely blows my mind. And this is going to stick with me for a while. So, Dell, Hulu, please watch it. It could change your life. It could impact you in the same way it impacted me. Who knows? But like always, feel free to watch it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.